Yeah, I have applied for so many jobs, but then the thing which I did wrong was the resume was not updated, or it was not in the correct format.
So tell me, how did you crack the first offer letter, and how did you convince the recruiter ki no, I have to serve 90 days notice period, but still you give me the hike. I think the first hike you received is around 50%, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
right? So what
yes.
exactly, how did you deal with this challenging situation of notice period? Hi guys, again welcome to one more podcast today in the Grow with Gireesh podcast series, where we interview working professionals who are able to face the challenges and still able to land above market standard salary hikes. So today we have Chandana Shetty from Bangalore. So she has 2.2 years of experience as a cloud engineer, previously working at LTI Mindtree, and in the span of less than 11 weeks, she's able to secure 3 offer letters, one from HCL, Eagle and Networks, and Diversified, with the highest hike of 186%. Yes, and for the role of NOC administrator. So I know you'll be wondering how exactly is this possible and what exactly is the process she has followed to achieve this. In today's podcast, we'll dive what exactly she is able to do it, and we'll also get some insights from that. Without wasting much delay, let me welcome Chandana to the podcast. Hi, Chandana.
Hi, Gireesh. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Okay, so I hope you provide. Yeah, I'm audible, Chandana.
Yeah, you were stuck actually.
Now it's fine.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, same. Okay, thank you so much, Chandana, for doing this podcast. I want you to just show me the real process which you have gone through to achieve this, so that we'll set the right expectations for the people who are watching the podcast. Cool. Just basic question. Please introduce yourselves and just give us a intro.
My name is Chandana Shetty and I'm from Bengaluru.
Mhm.
I have completed my graduations in 2022 and was into LTI Mindtree as a cloud and infra engineer. So currently I hold 2.2 years of experience in the same domain, and that's it.
Good, works. So it's just 2.2 years of experience. I would not say it is like a too early time to shift, or it's not like what to say, less time also to stay in the same organization, right? So tell me, before we talk about the shifting of the company, so what exactly, because LTI Mindtree is a good organization, right? People dream to get into that and stay to the organization. So tell me, what exactly is the reasons that made you to think about, okay, Channa, now I have to shift and grow over about from this place? What exactly are the scenarios?
It's just adopting new challenges in the new team or with the new company. So I have been years for like almost 2+ years with the same team and with the same domain, where I think I have to enhance my skill or develop my technical skills in completely in DevOps only or in the network only. And also in big MNCs, you don't find any hike, which is very important. At the end of the day, everyone works for it. So that is one case which I have included to change the organization. Yeah, it's a very good company in terms of skill. I am so proud that I got a good organization to start my career. But in terms of salary hike, you will not be getting much there. So then you have to think of changing the company. So that's what I thought, and yeah, that was it. The reason. So apart from that, it was just a good experience there.
Good. So once you decided to shift, let's talk about before, not aftermath. Before, what happened? Before you did all the process and everything. Once you decided that you want to shift, right? I think before you reached out to me, you did your own hard work. It's not that you directly like, okay, I need a career coach which will help me to get a job. Like after you decided, I think, tell me on the process before you reached out to me. Like, did you actually start during the job search process? Tell me, what is your job search process used to look like? Number of jobs you have applied reaching out to me before reaching out to that process.
So first was I was not consistent. Yeah, I was thinking to switch the company. I wanted to get a new opportunity, but the thing is, I applied 1 job or 2 jobs today, and I was just depending on that particular one, and I was hoping for an interview call or the offer to be given. So I was not consistent in that way. If I applied today, and it was like a
On and off
you know,
days.
not consistent.
Some days you apply, some days you get motivated.
Yeah, sometimes I don't apply, so it was not serious as well as not consistent, which I think which is very important. That made a bit of disadvantage because I hardly got 2 interview calls, which was just the first round. Yeah, I have applied for so much, so many jobs, but then the thing which I did wrong was the resume was not updated, or it was not in the correct format. So since this is my first shift, this is a very important thing I have to learn in this way. So that was the drawbacks or the mistakes that I have done. So, yeah,
if you can summarize, right? So major thing is resume is one issue, and consistency is the issues which you have faced before, right? Correct. So now let me talk about this basic question. So once you started the journey with us, right? I think just wanted to understand, how did you discover me? Like, anybody suggested you, or how did you discover me?
Yeah, it's just a LinkedIn post I have gone through.
Okay.
So from the LinkedIn post I have got, and then I've scheduled a meeting with you. So then when you just explain, so what are the drawbacks that I was doing, or the mistakes that I was doing, so that I think you explain in a single call that what will be included in the coaching. Yeah. Got it.
So, okay, now let's start the aftermath, right? Okay, now people think that, oh, Chandra is so good. She got 3 offers, 186% hike. Oh, crazy. I can also get it. But let's talk about the numbers. Because I always tell you in the community that ultimately numbers beats everything along with the skill, right? So tell me, after you started the job search, even after optimizing your resume, even optimizing your LinkedIn, I know you have done all the basic things which I teach you, right? But along with this, you did something which other people didn't do. That is, can you just give us a brief on number of jobs you have applied in the last 11 weeks, number of interviews given, and also number of times you got rejected and got ghosted?
So coming to applying a job, I almost applied like more than 1,000, maybe in a different source, LinkedIn, Naukri, Glassdoor, so mix of everything. Yeah, it's just about 1,000 jobs, 1,000 plus jobs. I have also reached out to multiple people. So over the LinkedIn was seeking for the opportunity or the referrals, and the number of interviews I've given after the joining coaching, it's almost like 13 to 15 interviews, where I have also did a walk-in interview for 2 of the companies, and the pipelines were every day like 5 or 4 like that. So every week I had like all the day I had an interview. I kept it that way, that consistency. Yeah, I maintained that consistency. So yeah, that was how I was able to clear the 3 offers.
Okay, now in this, let's talk about 2 important major challenges which everybody faces. Because your organization, which is an MNC, have the biggest problem of 90 days notice period.
Yes.
Right? And all the community members like, Gireesh, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Right? So tell me, how did you crack the first offer letter, and how did you convince the recruiter ki, no, I have to serve 90 days notice period, but still you give me the hike? I think the first hike you received is around 50%, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So what exactly, how did you deal with this challenging situation of notice period?
So it was all the scripts or the ideas that you have given coach to me about the things, about the topics. Yeah, 90 days notice period is the biggest headache in terms when you are searching for a job. It is very difficult. You are just waiting for one offer to reach that level of this package. So yeah, your coaching, maybe your guidance was like how to convince the HR or the recruiter that no, I'll be committing to this opportunity. Yeah, that was the thing which helped me to convince the HR and get the offer.
Got it. So also one more issue was you also gave good interviews to biggest MNCs as well, right? Even walk-in interviews you have done. You have given, I think you went until the final interviews round also, and after that they ghosted you. I think most of the companies ghosted, right? So when this journey used to happen with you, right, where people ghost you after completing all the hard work, interview process and everything. So tell me what exactly used to go through your mind. First, second question is, how did you actually took that process of people ghosting you and getting rejected? How did you actually comprehend in your mind? Because as you said, you have interviews every alternative day. Like every week you have interviews lined up. So how did you, what is your thought process behind this? Because most people get stuck they're ghosting me, they're not answering my call, and they get into this loop, this keep looping there. So what is your thought process, and how did you get it off?
Yeah, that is the human mind, right? So you give one interview and you are fully dependent on that interview, which was the mistake I was doing before as well. So you stick on to one interview, one opportunity, and you believe that everything is going to happen in this interview. So that's the main drawback that was. Yeah, even in the initial stage, I was having the same mind. After giving one interview, I'm like, okay, I'm done with everything. This is going to happen. But that is not a story in reality. So it's going to be very difficult. So as you said, it's a number game, which you taught me. Which is very important. I think I'm gonna adopt it in future switch also, which is very important. And training your mind is very important. Like not depending on one job or the one opportunity. So you have to train your mind in such a way that I have to build a pipeline. So that statistics really helped me with the opportunity.
Okay, but the reason I'm asking you was because it's not that you're not talented. You have cleared most of the technical rounds also, but still you face rejection or the ghosting, right? It's not in your hands ultimately, right? And I think that's what that thing you have followed very, very diligently, and at the last minute, that's what you have cracked. Okay, let me ask you one honest question. Before you started working with her, the first time you will say you booked a consultation call, and you would have already seen the success stories of 200%, 250%, all these things, right? So did you actually believe okay, maybe can I also get that 150% hike up? Did you actually believe at the starting before joining the community of DHA? Did you actually believe that it is possible with you?
Actually, honestly, no, I did not believe. I was like, how it is possible? Because after the first interview or the first offer also, I was like, why is this HR like this? They are not going beyond the market. Everybody are like sticking to this 30% hike, and what is the reason to change if I'm getting just the 30% of hike? And even after the second offer, I was wondering whether this is gonna happen or not. But yeah, it's just like it came like a magic, what I said, consistency and hard work matters. So it just happened like this. So yeah.
Okay, now let's break it down. Along with the consistency and the magic, right? What do you think is the major reason why a HR gives you above market standard salary? Because you have already cracked that. When do you think that a HR is like, okay, Chandana is a candidate where I should put that extra money and give her the hike? What do you think the recruiters are looking for to give you that kind of hikes?
So obviously, not just giving the interviews or getting the interview calls. It's just you have to prepare yourself for the technical round, which is very important. So that is where you can play with those offers and everything. So it's just not you get an interview and give it. So you should have by the time in the challenges which you face, you have to be applying for the jobs, preparing for the interview, and also you have to build your technical skills, which is very important. Right. And also once you crack your offer letter, so you will have a previous offer letter also. You can just showcase that, and you can build upon that in a way that I have my own more offers than this. So that is one key note which we have to.
Got it. So basically you have to communicate the value what you're going to bring to the table, and in a confident manner, correct? Great. So one more question, right? So you have traveling with me almost for 11 weeks, I think, approximately 11 to 12 weeks. So from the scratch of Gireesh, will I be able to get an offer? Is it possible? I'm getting rejections too, until you crack the highest, and still you have time further more going also, right? So if you can summarize, Gireesh, after joining the DHA community, these are the top things I have developed or I have learned through the community or from your coaching services. What are the top 3 takeaways or learnings you had?
Okay. I don't think so. People who are applying for a job are not consistent enough, which is very important. Obviously, I would include that one. And another thing is, matching the job description or the way of preparing the resume where every company is going to ATS, which is very important to know about the ATS and prepare the resume accordingly, which I learned. And the second thing is train your mind, not just one opportunity. Train your mind. Even if it is rejected or ghosting, don't worry, just move forward and go do the next option that you have. So that is one which these are the main 3 things I will definitely going to adopt for my next switch as well. So yeah, it has been helped me in training my mind, and also the preparing the resume and helping, and also the calls which you take daily
Okay.
sessions, that is very where it motivates in the community, so the people start cracking and you get motivated by that. So yeah, these are the very important points that I have included in my.
Got it. One last question before I talk about the next points, right? So, a lot of people who watch this content, who watch this podcast, or when they see the hikes and everything, right? They're like, I can do it all myself, no, Girish. There is ChatGPT, there is Perplexity, there is AI, YouTube, everything is there. Everything is information. Then why exactly should I consider somebody's help? Because when you started with me, it's not that you are not in that great position to let's make a call immediately and let's start with Krish. You had your challenges, but still you decided very quickly. If I remember, I am thinking from my side, like, okay, will she start with us and everything, and you're like, Krish, let's do it. And the day one you started with us, right? So how do you tell these people about the community angle? Because at DHA we are a community, as you said, right? We other people are in the community, like cracking offers and everything. How does that community angle help along with the coaching we provide?
Yeah, it's like a motivation. So, like if you are doing it all by yourself, you will not have that motivated mind, because you will not be seeing any of them cracking every day.
Yeah.
So here, when it comes to this, here you have a duration. So in this, you have to do. There is a goal. There is a strategy over here. So in that, you will train your mind in such a way. Okay, I have just 3 months, 90 days. I have to crack this way. So you are in like a red seat, that hot seat that you have to do. So that is one where I mean whenever you are scared, you are going to do it, or you are going to train it. And also every day the community people are like seeing success stories of them every day in the group or anything. So that actually motivates. Why can't I do it? When is mine? So you start craving for it. When is mine? So that is one thing. And you will have a dedicated team there. Even if you are feeling low, or your mind is stuck between, you are fully dependent, so you just have to go to Gireesh, and if you tell that no, I'm stuck here, he is going to help. If you're going alone doing all this, so you can't train your mind, or you're just messed up with everything. So you will get motivation, and you are in a deadline, so you have that scariness, and you have that craving to crack that. So that is all it helped, I would say.
Yeah, I still remember. I think you cracked the highest offer after I showed you the highest offer.
Yeah.
How does the CTC looks like on paper? I think that after that, I think you cracked this. You jumped directly from 55 from 50 plus to directly you went from 180. Yes. I think it's a crazy jump, because I still remember I showed you the whole CTCs and everything.
That motivated.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Okay, so last 2 points, I want to talk about your domain rather than the coaching services and everything. Okay, so let's say if you want to summarize or explain to a layman person who is watching to make a career in cloud space, whether it's AWS, Azure, or GPS, right? So you are currently working as a NOC administrator, which is a role you are hoped into, right? So if you can define what exactly is the roles and responsibilities of that, first question. Second question is, what is the future of cloud networks or cloud network engineering in the future? And what do you suggest people who wanted to get into it?
Okay, coming to my roles and responsibilities, so you have used different technologies for monitoring, like Prometheus, Grafana, Kubernetes, containers, clusters, which is the heart of the DevOps. So when I say NOC administrator, it is a part of DevOps, where you will have a connection with operations team, and as well as the development team. You will have a more technical skills, or you will get hands-on experience in all the monitoring tools and cloud technologies, which will impact a lot. And also you use bash commands, the Python, the PowerShell commands, which is going to be a good start for your career. So if I want to give a suggestion for somebody who is going to start with the DevOps or cloud, I would first suggest to go with the basic cloud domains, where we have Azure and AWS. Start with that, and I would also suggest to make a certification, because cloud certification is going to be boom in the industry. So if you have a cloud certification, you are in like top
You're talking
people.
about official certifications by Microsoft and Google.
Yeah, official certification you will directly going to get in the Amazon and also from the Microsoft. So that is the very key important aspect when you're starting the cloud and infrastructure. And you can easily have a free account of AWS and Azure. You can just freely go and add your debit card details. It is not going to deduct 1 rupee also, but you can just deploy your own virtual machines, applications, and you can just keep it for a reference whenever you're giving an interview. You can just show it whatever the works or the activities you have done. So that one I would say. And certification plays a very important role in AWS and Azure, like if you're entering. And the one more important thing is GCP, that is a Google Cloud, which is a very good platform. So I would suggest you to, if you get a chance, to certify in GCP, Google Cloud. So this all three are the major running in the current industry. Apart from that, there are other cloud also, but these are the basic. If you learn, you will have a good career. And in future of cloud, it's going to be boom, because everyone are shifting from on premises to cloud because of the cost optimization, the pay as you go. And I think there is no company will be infrastructure will be running without the cloud. So yeah, I would suggest that one.
Got it. Good. So in 11 weeks you did some magic, and so it's a very good number of amount of hike you have received. And still, I'm pretty sure that you have still amount of time to go forward, right? So 2.2 years with 186% hike is a good number. But what is your next 2 years plan? I'm not asking like a 20 years plan. What is the next 2 years plan? Where do you want to be? Which are you planning to get into, service based or product based? What is the position you want to achieve in the cloud company?
Okay, first and foremost, since it is my initial stage, though it is a 2 years, so I am in a fresher age. So I would like to develop my more knowledge on cloud with AI and ML, machine learning, and good knowledge of Python as well. So in my next move, obviously I'm targeting for the big package with all the contributions ideas I have got here. So I'm sure that I'll be applying all the strategies in my next with the technical skills. So, and I I'm just expecting for more than 200% hike for the next switch. So yeah, I'll be working on that next.
Good. That is good. I think one thing you have mentioned is AI and ML, which is the primary requirement currently. Yes. You should integrate it. I think that's a very good vision you have. So before we wind up, let me tell some 2-3 points about you also. So I work with multiple people on a monthly basis. Like they have a lot of clients and everything. But I think whatever I've told in the coaching, in terms of whether it is LinkedIn optimization, content, which most people don't do, whatever we have suggested, you have done point to point. I think there is nothing which you have not done. Outreaching, reaching out to people, getting referrals, applying 1,000+ jobs, getting that mindset right of not getting affected by rejection. It's not that you didn't go up and down. You went up and down. But the point is you did everything we said. I think that's really commendable. Okay. I think a lot of people have got inspired by you in the community also, because of not only the offer. It's not only about the 180% hike. It's about like how consistently you are delivering the offer by offer. Right? I think that's a very good important quality, which I would suggest you to please carry on, which you will crack multiple offer letters in the future also. First thing. And second thing is, I think you didn't give up as well in multiple situations. We went at the peak of the stage of getting an offers and we came back. I think I really appreciate that. And I wish you stay in the community, like how we helped you. You have to be a part of the community and help the community angle, because imagine if you have seen somebody's offer and got inspired and cracked 180%. There will be one more person who's going to see Chandana from cloud space and it's like, okay, if she can do it, I can also do it with 2.2 years of experience, right? So I hope you will help with that in the community. Okay. I'm wishing you all the best once again, Chandana. Okay. Still we have good amount of time to crack the next big offer also. Okay. I hope guys, after watching this podcast, you understood the roles and responsibilities, the ground reality, how much of hard work it is required to create this magic. Don't see the magic. Please see the process behind the magic also. That's the whole agenda of doing this podcast, to give you the reality of check. Right. So if you like this podcast, make sure you like this podcast, share this with your friends, and let me know in the comment section below which next domain candidate which I should bring into the podcast. And I'll see you in one more podcast, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.